your final word on this?
Hence, the grant has come to improve the quality of teaching and learning. I think one thing schools should endeavor to do is to try to improve their learning outcomes. For example, one thing you can take is which is the non-assessment target, sorry, the national assessment test for grades 3 and 5 in the lower basic. Meeting the minimum competency and the mastery should be one of the targets that schools should attain to try to meet. For example, what is their baseline this year? They can start from this year and say what has the school done, and they can try to set higher targets for next year, and then set up strategies to try to meet those targets.
Okay.
You know, so just as a last word.
Mr. So finally, before we close up the session.
Yeah, we look forward to teachers to really support the implementation process and take responsibility and react positively to whatever issues of concerns that they have. Our doors are open to further engage the ministry on whatever concerns that they have for the well-being of the teaching profession. Thank you.
Okay, viewers, this is all what we have for you in this episode of the Education Forum till we come your way next week.
Only 6 hours away from major European destinations on the west coast of Africa lies the Gambia, one of the smallest countries on mainland Africa. Known as a popular tourist destination, the Gambia's location also gives it strengths and comparative advantages as the ideal investment destination in Africa.
With Gambia's location in West Africa, close to European and US markets, and with trade agreements with Europe and US, Gambia becomes the ideal place to encourage industry.
The Gambia business climate is very positive. To start with the broader macro environment, inflation has been consistently low. It's much lower than what obtains in most of the other West African states. And this has been the case for the last couple of years.
We have an open door policy. The private sector takes the lead in so far as business is concerned.
We are busy here since 2003 doing diverse business activities like tourism, agriculture and construction. And so far it is going well. And I think it has a potential.
The socio-economic environment is very stable. You have the rule of law. I mean, you can enforce. The enforceability of contracts are very important.
The Gambian economy has enjoyed a sustained growth rate of 5 to 6% in the past 6 consecutive years.
Unique Solutions has been operating in Gambia for the last 13 years. And of course, any company that has lasted for 13 years has meant that the environment you're operating in must be conducive to do the business.
With real GDP projected at 6.1%, the rest of the economy is also expected to grow mainly due to a very good crop harvest. The Gambia offers attractive incentive packages to investors investing in priority investment categories of the country in accordance with the Gambia Investment and Export Promotion Agency.
Our tasks range from investment promotion and facilitation to export development, as well as support to micro, small and medium-sized enterprises.
The incentive schemes that the government has come up with through firstly GIPSA and now GAIPA is to ensure that businesses, as far as possible and as often as possible, get breaks where their costs would be under control, where they would be able to invest more of their profits into the business so that it can grow.
There is no limitation on the payment of dividend by companies.
The business environment is as conducive as possible to be able to encourage, support businesses in the Gambia, both foreign and local.
There continues to be sustained improvement in basic infrastructure, including the notable expansion of the road network, telecommunication systems, seaport, and airport. The Banjul International Airport is a member of ICAO and follows their regulations and guidelines. The airport can handle up to 1 million passengers a year and has open skies agreements with the United States and EU countries and is certified as a last point of departure to the US by FAA. The port of Banjul is the main seaport that serves the Gambia's seaborne trade. The port has a deep sheltered anchorage with no record of piracy and is internationally recognized as one of the safest and most efficient ports in West Africa. The river can be navigated up to 300 miles inland by seagoing vessels and further still by commercial barges, providing a cost-effective and reliable alternative to road transport. The telephone penetration level, measured as the percentage of the population owning a fixed and/or mobile service, has been very impressive. The mobile penetration level has now increased to over 85%.
Due to the rapid population growth, the demand for energy continues to be a major asset for potential investors. The government is encouraging use of other energy sources such as solar and windmills for industrial, commercial and domestic uses.
If you want to invest in a place where you will get returns, where you have a dynamic workforce, young, and areas that are still unexplored like tourism, like in energy, all of these are areas that are ripe for investment in the Gambia.
Apart from business as usual, there are also other avenues in life to explore while in the Gambia.
We have people of diverse backgrounds, beliefs that coexist harmoniously in the Gambia, and this has been one of the biggest strengths of our country.
Well, it's called the Smiling Coast of Africa. It's a lovely, peaceful place to work and live.
Distance. The Caribbean is 9 hours. Banjul Airport is only 5 hours and 30. For the same standard today, for less money.
The Gambia is known for its array of restaurants and cafes, from traditional eateries to luxury international cuisine. The Fajara Golf Club has an 18-hole golf course. Foreigners can easily converse and communicate with the local population as English is the official language and commonly spoken by Gambians. For those with families, there's a choice of international and bilingual schools. There are several medical clinics in the Gambia with well-trained doctors, including the British Medical Research Council.
The peace and stability that we have. Any businessman going anywhere, first and foremost, would want to know whether he's going to a peaceful and quiet place. And that we offer.